To port file through. Car off the racetrack is the number 12 car, I believe. No, it's the 23 car, and that would be one of the other Simon cars, and that's driven by Terrell Palmroth. You can see the rookie stripes there on the wing of Terrell Palmroth. Didier Tays and Palmroth are also driving for Dick Simon, in addition to the leader, Arie Luyendyk. Looks like Terrell has that car back up to speed. Just got off the track a little bit, I believe.
Yes, I'm sure he cooked it into the corner a little hard, or he got into a position he didn't want to be in, slid off in the grass, and was able to save it, keep the engine running, which is a pretty good chore.
And you know, this right here speaks very well for Dick Simon. He brings along the younger drivers. He looks at who he thinks is going to have a good future in IndyCar racing. He asked them to drive for him. There you can see the Terrell Palmroth's progress. He started in 18th, was 16th at the end of 25 laps, and has moved to 13th position at the end of 50. Dick Simon certainly does help the younger and less experienced drivers get a start, a hold in IndyCar racing.
Yes, and of course he has 3 cars in operation, and it is good to see somebody like that come along and give a new guy a chance, because it's pretty tough today to give an opportunity to go straight into IndyCar racing. And he has always brought along guys that seem to do very well. As you know, look at here, we have Arie Luyendyk here is now with him, and still fairly new to IndyCar racing by standards, but he does bring along the new guys, and we like to see that.
It's about a 1-second lead, but certainly Allenzer Jr., who is in second position, is not out of this race by any means. But Arie Luyendyk doing very well and showing very strong here, as we are now just a couple of laps past the halfway point. We're on lap number 56. This is a 104-lap race. Now we begin to think about some pit stops coming in, and we understand that Arie Luyendyk, if the track stays green, is scheduled to come in on lap number 69, so that's 13 more laps from now. If there should be, of course, another caution period on the racetrack, he would take advantage of that. Now let's talk about this Mario Andretti situation. We mentioned it a little bit earlier, but Mario is off sequence as far as pit stops are concerned, and it could be because of a new fuel system that he has on board that car.
Yes, he has a new fuel management system on the car that they're running, and I thought maybe it was the fact that he'd gone a little longer, but he has lost, after we've checked, he's lost a little more time in each segment than he should, and I thought he might have an opportunity with that late stop to be a factor at the end and with the fuel system, but evidently it's not working all that well, and Mario is just out there kind of holding his own at this point.
He's in 5th at the moment, about 16 seconds behind the leader. Now our Napa mid-race recap. It shows us that at the halfway point, the leader was Arie Luyendyk. He had led 38 of the 52 laps. The average speed was 94.89 miles an hour, and Arie made his first and only pit stop on lap number 33. We have had 2 overall caution periods for a total of 10 laps. There have been 4 leaders and 3 lead changes. 26 started this race, 20 remain on the racetrack, and there are 8 cars currently on the lead lap. Those that are out of the race include Raoul Boisel, Scott Atchison, and Ludwig Heimrath Jr. Also out, Dale Coyne, Dominic Dobson, and Randy Lewis. Now let's take a look at some of the highlights that we have had during the first half of this event. Danny Sullivan there in the gold and white car, bringing up the tail, trying to move around Rocky Moran in corner number 9, and it didn't work as Danny got sideways, and I thought he was going to stall, but he kept the car going. He did, however, lose the lead. There is Arie Luyendyk in the black car, moving to the inside and going into the lead. Then another altercation in corner number 9, this one involving
Howdy Holmes and Michael Andretti.
And that was the reason for our first overall caution of the day. They had to get Howdy Holmes' car out of that position. And then this incident, just as the green came back on, Derek Daly with some fist shaking at Randy Lewis. Lewis was unable to continue. However, Derek Daly has been able to get back out on the racetrack and rejoin the competition. And here is the restart after that overall caution, and it was a drag race 3 abreast to the chicane.
That is incredible that Arie was able to overcome what looked like a certain pass and come back through the 2 guys and take the lead.
And that's the way they're running at the moment, just the way they went through the chicane there, with Arie Luyendyk, the leader, has about a 1.3-second advantage over Al Unser Jr. Danny Sullivan is running third. Emerson Fittipaldi is fourth, and Mario Andretti is in fifth position. Teo Fabi is also on the lead lap, as is John Andretti and Rick Mears. We'll be back with more of our live coverage from Portland after these messages. Where we are covering live for you the Budweiser G.I. Joe's 200 IndyCar race. And for those of you who have been watching the Lakers-Pistons game, we welcome you. For those of you who have been staying with us, we can tell you that the Lakers won this afternoon, 103-102, forcing a seventh and final game. As far as this race is concerned, it is Arie Luyendyk in the lead, and Al Unser Jr. is running second, Danny Sullivan third, Emerson Fittipaldi is fourth, and Mario Andretti is in fifth position. Now, after this race, later tonight on SportsCenter, you'll want to be tuned to get the latest condition of Bobby Allison. He was involved in a crash at the Winston Cup race at Pocono International Raceway. He was taken from the car unconscious and is reported to have some broken ribs and a broken leg. However, you'll want to be with us on SportsCenter as we update you on the condition of Bobby Allison, who crashed during the Winston Cup race this afternoon at Pocono International Raceway. Also, Ayrton Senna won the Detroit Grand Prix, and Alain Prost finished in second position. Earlier today here at Portland, Juan Manuel Fangio won the American Racing Series event.
Luyendyk seems to be, he and little Al are kind of rubber banding, sitting there. Al's holding his position with Arie, but Sullivan has dropped back. So I don't know whether he has a problem or whether it's just the pace that Arie is setting is a little bit more than he would like to go at this point.
Correction, Tommy Byrne won the ARS race here at Portland, and Juan Manuel Fangio was second. Okay. There's Luyendyk setting the pace and averaging about 97.44 miles an hour in the first 62 laps of this event. There's second and third, streaming through the picture, Al Unser Jr. and Danny Sullivan.
Sullivan has picked up the pace a little bit. He's closed in. A while ago, he was back some distance. He may have made a change with the roll bars in his car or something, trying to do a catch-up, and he's doing that.
Al Unser Jr., the winner at Long Beach earlier this year, is running in second position. Al Unser Jr.'s other finishes this year, an 18th at Phoenix, 13th at Indianapolis, and a 20th at Milwaukee. And there is Emerson Fittipaldi, and he is running in fourth position and having a very good year this year. Emerson Fittipaldi has a couple of very good finishes in the most recent two races. Of course, he was second at the Indianapolis 500 and finished third at Milwaukee. So Emerson Fittipaldi now fourth here at Portland. There is Mario and Michael Andretti. And Mario is running in fifth position. Michael Andretti, however, is several laps back. You remember he had to come in for a pit stop to make some changes and some repairs to the right front of that car, the left front actually, as he was involved in an incident out in corner number 9 earlier. So Michael is not on the lead lap, but nevertheless running very close with his father.
This must be a magnet for those two. It seems like they're always running together at Portland.
Michael has shown 2 laps down to the leaders. Mario is on the lead lap in fifth position. There is Luyendyk once again. The car working beautifully. And again, we anticipate a pit stop around lap number 69. So that would be within the next 5 laps. It'll be a very important and crucial pit stop for that Arie Luyendyk team. Well, let's go to Larry Nuber, who is down in the pit area and watching everything from the Roger